My pleasure to introduce our next speaker then, and this will be Cindy Pultz. Cindy, let me send over the controls over to you and fire away if you can.
Alrighty, thank you, Ray.
Welcome.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm going to talk about the Kansas Cost Share Information Management System that we have, which we refer to as CSIMS. So back in 2003 is when CSIMS 1.0 got its start, and it has taken many, many years and lots of planning, but we're here now in 2019 with upgrading to CSIMS 2.0. Okay, sorry, the slides are advancing slowly here, but so we are ready for change in 2019. Reasons are because the previous CSIMS 1.0 was cost prohibitive, and to keep that original license desperately needed some updating. Needed to be much more user-friendly because it was just like every other database, very difficult in the beginning. We needed to make it more of a multi-tool than just a cost share venue, and which we have done. It's been a great, great change having that. We needed some more features which were necessary for processing cost share contracts. Document submittal was a big, big deal with our past how we did it, and now we have the districts, they just are able to submit their necessary documents right into CSIMS, which is great. So logging into CSIMS is extremely easy. You just need your username, password. It's very, very easy. We try to make everything as simple as possible. I know this is difficult to see because there's so much information on here, but this is the actual home page on the production side of CSIMS. Lots of information. I'll have a screen later that will show things closer up. And then also the user side, which is what our counties use, it's pretty much the same. They obviously don't need to have all the information that we have. So one of the features that you may have seen on that first page is the calendar use. We have a 3-month calendar view. You can click on a date and it shows you what's going on in that date. Also, we've got on the single dates, you can click on it, it'll show you what's going on that date. You can have your month at a glance. It's very convenient for us as DOC to add any sort of events that we need to make sure that the districts are seeing, as well as if they send us something like if they're having a soil health field day or something like that, we can put it on the calendar for all the other districts to see. So part of that home screen there, we have a work list, and on this work list, it shows us at DOC what is going on. Like we had on this one here, we had a couple of conservation districts, they updated some information. We've got some contracts that need some attention. So when you click on the read more, then you get this list of all of the options that are possibly on that work list. And then here it would bring you to the next screen, which, you know, if you click on one option, then this shows you exactly what counties have an issue going on, and then you can open those up and take care of those or delete them, whatever needs to be done. Another part of that home screen there is the message board, and everything is pretty much in the same format here. So at a glance, we can see different messages, and this is what we would provide to the districts. Here's the long list of messages, and then they can click on one of those, and here's the information, such as 2020 budget or whatever fiscal year the budget. Then here would be a link to the actual budget form that they need to be completing and uploading into CSIMS. Cost share tools, yet another part. This is what the districts use a lot. This is where they can access different sorts of tools, different templates. And again, there's the long list, and click on that, and here's the breakdown information of each one, as well as any forms they would need to be completing. Then we have the special initiative funds. Same thing as everything else. We have the initial screen there, then the long list, and then detailed descriptions. It's really, this is a huge change from CSIMS 1.0, and this is, it's been quite a process, but we're there. Getting there almost, what, not completely done, but we are getting there. So again, here is the home screen, just so you can kind of look at that again. And I went over the calendar, the work list, the message board, cost share tools, and special initiative funds so far. So next thing I'm going to kind of talk about here is the CD document submittal, is what I personally work with quite a bit. These are the different kind of documents that the districts are required to upload into CSIMS. And here's a long list of them. And if I click on that first one, then that would bring up all the different months in the year of, let's say, the monthly board meeting months. And then if I click on a month, say June, then this would bring me all of the counties in the state and whether they submitted their document or not. So at this point here, we can look at them, make sure they have what they need in them, and then we can accept them, and then they will be recorded in our system, and they will be saved there. Otherwise, we can also delete them out if there's anything that is missing, and then we contact the district and let them know that, hey, you need to resubmit this. We will get to a certain point, though, when if we do need to delete something or quote unquote reject a document, then that will just send them an automatic email. Down at the bottom of the home screen is our cost share viewing options. There's two different ways you can look at it. For people that like pie charts, this is great. This has breakdowns of NPS, water resources. You can click on different areas in the pie charts, then it tells you dollars within each programs for the different fiscal years. Also, other option number 2 is for people who like bar graphs. It's the same information, just different forms. We obviously, at DOC, we see more information than the counties do. We will see the whole state information on those, whereas a county would just be able to see whatever is in their own state, or excuse me, their own county. Once again, here's that home screen, and what we just looked at was that bottom pie chart. So I'm going to go start talking about the top of the screen here across the top. You could choose your own favorites. If you use certain documents, certain areas a lot, you can favorite them by clicking a star on the side. Makes things a lot quicker. The next one over is cost share, different documents that there are that you need to be working with. Any documents that you would see through the screen here, if they are starred, such as this one here, that means that they designate that that is a single document in that drop-down bar. Any of them that have these chevrons off to the side, like this one here, those actually designate that you can click on that document and there's going to be multiple documents that come in that drop-down bar. So the chevron item examples right here, these are two different areas where, and the arrows are going here. So if you click on the chevron, and this will bring down more documents that there are listed within that one item. It's really a neat information, lots of information in a very small space. The administrative part of it here lists several different sorts of documents as well. There's some things that we at DOC have access to more than the districts do, but they still have those as well. Conservation districts tab across the top. I use this one personally myself a lot. This is where a lot of information on individual employees goes, the district information, supervisors, their annual meetings, Lots of great information here. And from here, we can generate reports too from that last screen on the conservation districts. Like if I needed to list all the annual meetings, I would have it right there. So here is another list of just separate reports, county ledger reports, funds accrued ledger reports, all different sorts of reports that we use here within DOC. Then of course you've got to have, oh, excuse me, here, back up a little bit here. I've got a report example. So this one here, it's a county ledger report that actually has the breakdown of, you can choose if you want your NPS, water resources, etc., whatever county you want to look at, and this has all those funds. Lots of great information at our fingertips. Then we've got a resources tab, and this has got like our CSIN's user's guide, our programs manual, conservation districts guide, our handbooks that we have here. Lots of great information packed into just this one tab here. We also still have some of these that just, you click on them and they take you to our KDA DOC website. Once again, big screen that shows what our home page looks like. And it looks like my screen is stuck.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so basically that's CSIMS in a nutshell. If you ever have any information, or excuse me, any questions, there's my information. You can shoot me an email, call me for any questions outside of this. So thank you very much.